Be sure to send your music and beats over to that dorky review show at gmail.com.
Conquest. Mortal Kombat. All black, new side-bot. World Conquest, Shao Kahn. Throw hands like I'm Jackson. Kung Lao with his hat on. Raid in the thunderstorm. Devourers, insect swarm. Baraka, the way I'm cutting up. Johnny Cage level confident. Kenshi, I don't see haters. Cabal fast, see you later. I keep it on me so they call me Smoke. Cold with it, Sub-Zero. But ride choke off a couple beers. Flawless victory, I'm yelling cheers. I need a Jade and a Sonya Blade. Scorpion, get over here. Don't need a Melina, she love to fight. Sid Dale screaming all the time. But I love a katana. A ninja girl, that's my type. Night Wolf with the spirits high. Kano with my third eye. Goro hit you 4 times. Shank some, your soul is mine. Bomb on them like Cyrax. They step foot in my sector. Strike up versus Eric Black. A shootout, who the best, bruh? Liu Kang with the quick feet. Uppercut him, hit him with that woo-tee. Nerd Nation, we are many. You a but one man. A rap battle, Mortal Kombat. X-ray, get your skull cracked.
Fatality.
What you call that? I suggest you suckers fall back. Shirai Ryu, Lin Kuei. Either way, it's gang gang. Reptile spitting in your face. Fujin on a windy girl.
Why you lie to me? Why do I miss you?
Happy Friday, shout out to everybody if you can tap in.
Why am I singing?
As you know.
Oh, I'm mad at the fact that you lied to me.
There's like 80 things I've
Oh, I'm mad at the fact that I miss you. I'm at the bar and I'm drinking. I feel like I'm sinking. It's 2 a.m. and I don't feel like leaving. You're the reason that I'm drinking again. Who the fuck that dude?
All genres are accepted.
I ain't never seen them or your new friends around. How is it that I love you but I hate you right now? If you want that much attention, I'll give you that clout. Fuck it with the real one, you know what I'm about. I hate getting hoarse, why you made me shout? I could be the man, that's my old days. Why you going back to your old ways? Hit a 60 on a 45. You ain't never changing and it's no surprise. I've always been there for you, you're my alibi. I heard you deep down, oh you know I'm right. But at this moment, I'm chugging the 50 and I'm going. Doing my shit by my lonely. Serving on that proper 12. I'm mad at the fact that you lied to me. I'm mad at the fact that I miss you.
We're in the countdown right now for about 6 more minutes till we officially start the show.
And I don't feel like leaving. You're the reason that I'm drinking again.
Cause I've been through the struggle, seen it all. So it's only right I gotta stand tall, and it ain't hard to tell. I've been in wars and you can see the scars. Felt the pressure doing bids behind them bars, and it ain't hard to tell. Was going crazy staring at the walls, but no matter what they say, I'll never fall, and it ain't hard to tell. This ain't about them, gotta give my all. Go and get it, push the limits, never stall, and it ain't hard to tell. That pressure on the crush a nigga spirit. Anything other than positive, no I ain't trying to hear it. Gotta move around, fearless, ain't a second to wait. And slow motion is better than no motion. Keep up the pace, I gotta grind for it. Stronger mind for it and persistent. Lungs good, so believe that I'm ready to go the distance. Plus a hunger and a drive that some will relate to primal. Keep my head on the swivel, you slipping niggas aligned. Snakes hide in the bushes, but I'm on to you lanes. When I see them bust their balloon like a carnival game. Promise you everything that's hitting, sure to come to the light. They'll never cheer for you, but I bet they'll come to the fight. And waiting for your downfall, they hope and pray that you lose. Reverse the roles and they couldn't walk a day in your shoes. But it's cool cause I promise the haters just give me energy. And keep in mind every friend is your potential enemy. For real, cause I've been through the struggle, seen it all. So it's only right I gotta stand tall, and it ain't hard to tell. I've been in wars and you can see the scars. Felt the pressure doing bids behind the bars, and it ain't hard to tell. Was going crazy staring at them walls, but no matter what they say,
you got music, send it in to our email. It's that dorky review show at gmail.com. All genres are, of course, accepted. We read everything on a 1 to 10 scale. We are live on all platforms right now. Appreciate y'all for being here as we count down. Uh-oh, hold on.
And that's how I'm supposed to go.
Don't
Asking me for, man. I don't know, man.
even ask.
That's how I'm supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Got too many felonies for a job, so I ended up broke. Where you was at when I needed 160 for a ball of coke? My mama and my grandma had to hustle every day, no joke. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, Coat Factory for coats. If you wasn't a fam or your parents wasn't broke, then you probably wouldn't know. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how I'm supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how I'm supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how I'm supposed to go. Got your life, I got mine, homie, that's how I'm supposed to go. My auntie died from an OD off dope, but it wasn't from the shit I sold her a long time ago. But I'm really supposed to know. Take a minute just to think about it. I'll take a minute for his boat.
Okay.
Couldn't take a minute cause the ending of the song coming too close. Too much raindrop doing me, I'm soaked. I know how to swim and I got floats. Pussy was so good, I ain't want dope. She lonely, so I gave her dick slow. Bolow cash, nigga get mo. Don't contribute, then you gotta go. A track I bust off on it, no cap. You gotta pay me like a hoe. Flamers like my nigga Meek Flow. Grown and sexy like a peacoat. Survive my 30s, I don't need hope. Big girls in my bed till they get soaked. Roll your boat. Everything I've been through in life in these notes. My Angelo quotes. EBT stamp, it was hard to get a load. Told my son don't boast. Thank God that we even made it here, whoa. Catch the sister fed us boat. Thank God that we even made it here, whoa. Catch the sisters fed us boat. Got too many felonies for a job, so I ended up broke. Where you was at when I needed 160 for a ball of coke?
Okay.
My mama and my grandma had to hustle every day, no joke.
Okay.
TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Burlington, Coat Factory for coats. If you wasn't a fam or your parents wasn't broke, then you probably wouldn't know. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how I'm supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how I'm supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, and that's how I'm supposed to go.
Where was you at? Praying to God but never had hope. Father ain't dead, he was on soft, he was on hard, he was on both. Where was you at? I was addicted to lean, I was sleeping, dream about a dose. I lost my nigga, but I couldn't cope. I popped a 30 talking to his ghost, fighting addiction, it seems on. Blurring my vision to keep on the path that I feed on. Ever been so low, curious jaws look like King Kong. Where was you at? I ain't have shit, not even a toilet to pee on. Using my car as a room, I would park at the metro and keep my heat on. BM card, they cut the lights, my kids slept with their jeans on. I had to stop drinking lean cause I figured that I was the nigga they lean on. Baking soda was a death to me. Mix the coke with the ecstasy. I ain't never did Triple H. That ain't part of my pedigree. Real was niggas not next to me. You a Lion King like Tekken 3. Now it's left the print of my F and me when I raise it up like it's equity. Look at the life God gave me. My aunt died, I ain't cry. When I was young, she raped me. Now I scream for the road, can't blame her, change me. Where was you at?
Got too many felonies for a job, so I ended up broke.
We got 1 minute and 56 seconds till we officially start. If you haven't already,
my grandma had to hustle
send your music
TJ Maxx,
to
Marshalls, Burlington, Coat Factory for
gmail.com.
Wasn't a fam or your parents wasn't broke, then you probably wouldn't know. Where you was at? You wasn't there, that's how I'm supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, that's how I'm supposed to go. Where you was at? You wasn't there, that's how I'm supposed to go.
Go. Okay, we got about 1 minute till we officially start.
Yeah.
Get your
Hey,
best
Tone,
record.
we got one, man. This shit put me in a whole nother. Yeah. Soul purpose. This awakening had led to insomnia. Started from the bottom, but up and climbing up. Flow sick, this what I vomit up. Yo, bitch, hit me and try to fuck. Never, baby, I'm a guy for real. Very crazy, I've been trying to chill. It hurts from the watch, murder the clocks. But it's my time to kill. Stay on 10, no matter where you start, better make those ends. The race don't end. Everything from the heart, but I'm in the dark. Rarely ever make no friends. I'm making a statement, they're hitting the face what I'm about to do. All the people around, bitch. If you ain't make bands, they never will rock with you. Yeah, you cannot hang with us. Give a fuck what you trying to prove. Tell them to hang it up. Matter of fact, I'll help tie the nose. I sip through the lights to find the truth. Feel like a massage inside the booth. You not in my circle, you out the loop. Know that my confidence bothers you. Shit out, and if I come with your girl, somebody I'm here.
As you know,
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
I'm just randomly getting in there. Send y'all stuff in as we proceed.
Fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Autobots, share the stream.
You already know what it is, man. Welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome to that Dorky Review Show. I'm your host, Nonsense, a.k.a. Dork Genius, a.k.a. your mama's favorite dork, a.k.a. your dork for hire, a.k.a. El Dorky Carbon, a.k.a. Dorquisto Cancer. We have way too many damn freaking names and whatnot. But we are a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands, of course, across the globe. And we are streaming live on multiple platforms at once. So do be patient if you are in the free line. If you haven't sent your records yet, the email is thatdorkyreviewshow@gmail.com. It's completely free to submit to our show, but you can pay to skip the line if you do want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion.
Yo, Dork Squad, this is Rick Sanchez telling you to donate 10 flurbles to Cash App $ pay a dork to get your song played fast as shit.
You know what I'm saying? We can have him or Cartman.
What up, this is Cartman. You can skip the long line by donating 10, 15, or 25 bucks to our Cash App, PayPal, or Super Chat.
As you already know. And of course, we did just start. I do want to let you guys know that. Sometimes you guys may think you are popping up later in the way later in the episode. Like if you sent within the past 10 minutes, you're pretty much, you know, right on time or whatnot. So I appreciate you guys for, of course, being here. And shout out to everybody who's tapped in on a Friday. Where's my
Friday? You ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
That's it. Then wasn't there more to that?
It was 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
But as I said, we do have a free line as well as a skip line, so we'll let you guys know where we're at as we progress through and see what's up. Let me see. First in the lineup, WJ RX, man. Let's see what you got for Hold On For Me. Give your overall thoughts. 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is welcome. As we go. What up, Golf? Rob. Sorry.
Run!
Hold on, don't let go too far.
Said chilling in the cavern.
None of my ways that will rip me apart. As the world keeps turning, unfortunately, we gon' have to learn.
That fact might be killing for most
some is easy
people.
for others, and some naturally get it. I guess the way that life turns. See, for me, I've been running all my life.
I feel like the production is lacking a little bit in this area.
Been held down by these situations.
What up?
Hold on, don't let it get too far. I'm on my way. Life will rip you apart, yeah. And as the world keeps turning, boy, yeah, we gotta make it to the start. It's a simple game, it's a simple play. I don't understand
feedback is
what the
welcome,
disconnect
of
is
course.
anyway. It's a matter of just consistency. Making it bad, baby, you know there's possibility.
No. See, like at some point, man, and then you hit that point where you gotta hit that button. And for some people, it might have been way earlier.
No matter what they do, we'll never get along. Because the COVID now will never share a bone. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye, in your back, in your arm check.
Alright, so overall, right, I think especially for someone like you that I have heard in the rock and alternative realm, right? Like I've actually heard you make records without, you know, any kind of effects on your vocals and just really playing acoustically. And I know that you actually have the talent to get in there, right? This, in my mind, just feels like a little bit of a step backwards because, again, a lot of you guys who can, you know, like, again, I promise you, there are records where he gets in there vocally, every tone, every note that he needs to hit, he gets in there. But this one with the effects, and of course, toward the end there, you did start to go off key, off tone, and it just started to take a place where more or less you feel like the song itself is freestyle, right? And I know we get into the talk of like dyslexia and not necessarily being able to get in there structurally like most artists, but I think having an engineer, if I were to like really have that opportunity to record you, I'd have that patience to basically guide you in all the right directions, right? I wouldn't force you to just go if like whatever's off top. Like when you sit down and you take that time to write, to really think about the melodies that you truly want to put on a record, and you can, you know, even if you're, you know, I don't often recommend that artists punch in. Like I often am against it because I feel like it's only showing people, you know, the idea of the song that you have. And when you write and then you actually have time to structure something, right, it comes off a lot better. You can think about your thoughts in full and really get the song to where it needs to be. But you're also thinking about the melodies. You're thinking about everything all at the same time. And you'll be able to tell a little bit more what other people are going to feel as they're listening to your vocals or bars, you know, or lack thereof, whatever it is. Like eventually you guys will get good at being able to tell what people are going to find like, that part maybe not so much, but there will be some potential within there, right? I do like the production. And as I said, you know, knowing what you can do, like if you were to just even play that acoustically, it still would sound and feel a little bit much better. The effects itself, like I think I told you even via email that it sounded like someone threw a robot in the ocean, and it was just singing the song that in its depression as it's just floating down. Or floating down. How can you float down to the freaking bottom of the ocean? I don't know, but you know, you made it possible with that record right there. If somebody were to throw a robot in a lake, that's what I assume the song that we would hear right there or whatnot. So I do think go back to the whale with this one, but just make sure that you do things properly. Send your music to his email. Shout out to Rena. And then okay, cool. And then no, this is freelance. Yeah, listen. So that button is unable to be hit if we are in the skip line, essentially. So there is a little bit more. Like if you think there's a lot going on that may make myself or the chat itself hashtag dorky don't play that, all that, and cut a record at some point, right? If you don't want that to happen, if you're like, nah, I need y'all to hear the whole, I'm on the last verse, I need y'all to hear the whole damn song. Sometimes that is the case, by the way. But yeah, skip it along. We'll guarantee we'll get it played all the way through, and then we'll listen. I won't guarantee a good review in terms of people just automatically liking it because you skip, but we will take a full grasp of the record, because sometimes you guys may save it by the end. You may be that last artist that like, and no, they got me on as a feature. Wait. You know what I mean? In most cases though, you know, every artist has to push every artist to come with it. So that doesn't happen in most cases. Let me see and say, okay, I sent a song. I'm a new artist. That's what's up. And thank you. Appreciate that. Shout out to Daisy Clips. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, chat? Shout out to Daisy, you know what I'm saying? Avery, what's up? And then So yeah, just enjoy the music and rate it in the chat. So yeah, we rate everything on a 1 to 10 scale. All feedback is welcome. Give your thoughts as we are listening to a record. And for songs that you like enough to want to hear again, if you guys hashtag run it back or run that back, I'll usually take that as, you know, you guys really liking a song that much where obviously you'd want to run it back. We'd hit that button.
There can never be too many books, but living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks. If you're always getting robbed, there's too many crooks.
Living without the internet.
And then on the opposite side, you guys probably witnessed the Dorky Don't Play. Like sometimes if there's just a lot going on, the mix may not be there like at all to where, you know, the record itself is just way too distorted. Maybe the beat overpowers the artist so we can barely hear what they are saying, or how the performance is, we don't really feel like the artist is taking it as serious. Whatever kind of situation, hashtagging Dorky Don't Play that, we'll hit a number of different cutaways.
I think that I'm the only dork here who's laid in a brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I will hit you fucking rappers in the face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane. I just... I don't know what the hell happened.
And look, it should be fun even if you get one. I'll tell you this, right? For anybody who does get a Dorky Don't Play That, you are at least able to jump back into the free line with another submission, right? To again try to get that rebound play in, and hopefully be able to win the chat over at that point or whatnot. Whatever the case, we do appreciate y'all's nonetheless, man. We're back in the free line right now. We got Rob with some new ignorant shit by Rob. Hold on, let me see. Is this, I think you called this something different. Green, produced by Ray Off Key. Ray Off Key, man, I like that. Yeah.
Left pocket got Zara, right pocket got that presses. Think I'm falling in love with that goddamn color green. Only green I don't fuck with is turtle, boy, you fiend. How you claim to be real, but you sipping fake lean? Me, I stick to Zara, yeah, I'm smoking super sour. Feel it in my lungs, it feel like I got superpowers. Smoking all night long, I feel like I'm on Saturn, or maybe I'm on Mars. I feel like Martian Man on Earth, cruising through the stars.
This showcase cool.
Whipping down Sunset Boulevard in an all black hearse. Bad bitch riding shotgun, but she look kinda cursed. Goth bitch, bad bitch, yeah, she look like a ghost. Yeah, I love that shit, yeah, cause I know she doing the most. Getting high until the sun come up, yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, that just seems how it goes. Left pocket got Zara, right pocket got that presses. Think I'm falling in love with that goddamn color green.
Yeah, one trash for it. It's that Thursday's going back out. That make it real.
You sipping fake lean. Blunt full of Zara, yeah, my phone on D&D. Ain't no one disturbing me while I go find my inner peace. Blunt full of Zara, yeah, I ain't sharing no. If you wanna smoke, yeah, here's some blunts, go roll your own.
Looking all the freaking good and bad.
Feel like Batman whipping a Batmobile at night. Whipping through the city, yeah, when you see me, I slide.
2018, okay.
Closure and I disappear out of sight. Disappear out of sight. Disappear and reappear like magic. Pulling up fitted, looking real classic. You can learn something from me like Scholastic. Swag alien like
damn. So you got one of them. Like I like it though. Yeah, the dog's upstairs. All right, so I'll tell you where there was a decency within this, right? Because there are artists who will come to the show with melodic records, auto-tune or not. The one thing that I usually don't like is vocals that are very monotone, when an artist has no energy, when it feels like they just woke up and then got on a record and kind of did whatever, right? But what I do appreciate about yours is it does have a little bit more energy within that, right? We can tell you were completely awake for the performing of this record. Yes, there's a lot of parts that you may have got in there, and you know, again, artists in this genre, I do tend to hear a lot more of the things being punched in line for line at times. And what I will remind you guys of is, when you guys do this, the one mistake that a lot of you guys have really made at all is you not going back in and re-recording your record as a full performance, right? Because we don't want you guys to basically, let's just say, like, again, if you're putting together your record from scratch, just like as the beat is going, and you're like, all right, let me just say this right now, you keep going in, a lot of those times you're gonna either cut yourself off between certain, you know, lines, you know what I'm saying? Things are gonna cross over in ways that you can't really replicate live in the best way if you're by yourself. And we don't want you guys to not know your record enough to where you feel like I need to have the record playing with me while I'm performing it. Like, it really looks more unprofessional, or sounds more unprofessional, when we do see artists trying to perform a song live and we hear all your vocals and everything in there. So we want you guys to be confident enough in the full aspect of the record. Like, what if you went to a venue and they said, hey, we actually have a band that can play all the instruments and everything for you, whatever you need. If you want to do something just simply acoustically with someone with just the guitar, we got pianos, we got saxophones, we got a drummer, we got everything. So say they can bring your record to life. What is that tiny desk version of your song gonna be like for, you know, that live performance? And really try to replicate that for the actual record itself. Like, that's when you'll get the most people who are more impressed with what you're doing, because it feels like it's more well thought out. It's a record that's just not another kind of type record that, you know, people will kind of look at in that other way. I do agree with the Juice vibes. You know, again, we've heard records and stuff like that like it, but I still appreciate the fact that he had more energy than certain artists that we won't hear. We just need that full performance version. We need that proper structure, thinking about like what really should be the choruses to your records. Like, don't just simply rap through an entire beat and leave us without a chorus almost ever, because the chorus for some of you guys, well, no, let me rephrase that. The chorus for everyone is the identity of the song. When you want to remind people what the name of the song is, when certain people are, again, they may not be fans yet, so they're not gonna know every word in your verses, but the chorus is the one thing you can repeat a few times throughout, and then when people can, it's the anchor basically of the track. So if you're able to get in there with something proper, people resonate with the record, they remember it, they, you know, sing it to their mama or something like that, man. I always use our mamas as an example, because again, they come from a different cloth within. And I'm saying, Arena with the thumbs up. He said, you just felt I heard it a million times already by a million artists, and there was no actual substance to it, man. Again, that's what happens. I will say, we can blame, if anything, we can just blame the type beat era, right? Because type beats breed type artists, and immediately we jump into the exact lane as whatever the other artist or sound, you know, is, and you lose a little bit of that want, like, that we had. Like, listen, growing up in the freaking 90s was the best, because it was a time where everyone knew that you had to be completely original. You couldn't bite another artist's style. That's what they would freaking call it, essentially. Swagger jacking eventually it upgraded to, and then these days we just now start calling a lot of artists clones. But you want to remember, at the end of the day, you do have to have your own sound, right? Especially when it comes to the production. People should hear something with you specifically on it, and then really be able to say, insert your artist name there type beat. If anything, like when you have your own style, that's when you know that people recognize the type of beats that you specifically are gonna hop on. And if your type of beats are just Juice WRLDs or Lil Uzi's or a Trippie Redd or again anybody specifically, if you get into those lanes, people are always gonna think about those artists first. Then they'll contemplate like, well, why do I need you when I have that artist already? Why do we need another Drake, another so and so? We need people to elevate any and every genre that we do have, and just to come at it with the utmost respect, right? Like, know that you're competing with all of your favorite artists, as well as just people who might have just started. Whatever the case, you want to keep people's attention and to go in there. So you had to be unique, or you were getting bodied, clowned, and like, see, you know what it is. You gotta understand. You have to understand how refreshing it was to basically grow up making music in that time, because literally you had to be yourself pretty much from the jump. Like, you could not, like, you could maybe the best you could do, or the most you could do in terms of like getting into a slight similar style was like, all right, No Limit, they rap about tanks and soldier shit. Cash Money, they talk about money. Rough Riders, had a certain sound. Rockefeller had a certain sound. Dre and Aftermath's, situation, as well as Death Row, all had completely different sounds. When you go through all the different camps, and if you thought you had something that could add to those layers, you'd be a part of that camp. But there wasn't all right, let's make an entire genre of artists sounding one way and all of them can somehow eat. It's like, no, you're competing with each other, and whoever is that artist on top, you're basically just adding to their overall like revenue or whatnot. The moment you make a Drake type song, people are thinking about Drake again, and they're right back to listening to some actual Drake or whatnot, right? You have to be better than Drake in order to compete. Or even more, just think about if you were to want to get signed by Drake's label, right? In their mind, I think they think the same thing. Why would we just need another Drake? We have Drake, so they wouldn't sign another artist. Drake would not want to get another artist who sounds exactly like him on a track with him. And I think that goes for most artists out there. They don't want other people basically jocking their style, but they want something that is dope enough to sound cohesive and almost inspire them to get out there and want to do something. What'd you say? You said, luckily the J-pop scene still has a lot of room for artists. Majority of people are unique. That's what's up. And the area was like just subbed and stuff like that. Thank you. BL, what up, dog? And then let me see, Daisy. What'd you say? Yeah, definitely, I agree. And then hopefully you like J-pop, 80s, city. Listen. So 80s sounding anything, you already got a good vibe in my books or whatnot. I absolutely love anything that is 80s inspired when it comes to that sort of, that poppy sound that we would get from, production from Duran Duran and The Cure and different things. I know what you mean, and we'll definitely be looking forward to that. And he said, unless you want to write, oh, you just unlocked that other door. Listen, I know. We about to get back into these submissions. Give me a segundo from Telemundo. What I appreciate about that is, again, if you guys didn't notice, if you do happen to be a little bit more in a certain lane, sometimes the universe is potentially telling you that, like, maybe you should write for that artist if there's somebody who's willing to take in records and reference records and stuff like that. Because there are a lot of times where we'll just make anything, right? We'll get on, we may just kind of sing any kind of freaking way or whatnot, or try to get into a lane that's not as naturally sounding to us, and still try to release that under our belt, when in most cases, if you literally take a song that you have and, you know, bring it to another artist for them to basically get out and perform, and you can have it elevated, and it may get heard, seen, and taken serious even more by an entirely different genre. And the two options that you have are either, I guess, you make it yourself and then hope for it to get big enough and for people to believe in it enough to still resonate and want to do covers to your song, right, in their genres and stuff like that, where they're still singing your melodies and your words and all that. Or you take that record, give it to another artist up front. And honestly, I love that idea a little bit more than freaking the artists who use AI these days, right? I still want there to be an aspect of real collaboration and people using real people when it comes to wanting to bring their ideas to life, as opposed to going, F other artists, they're unreliable, let me go to AI. Like, y'all know that's what some people are doing. Like, even the listeners to a certain extent have started getting a little bit fed up with waiting for people to really try to make good music, and so they're what's an idea for a song, and then kind of putting that in. And I'm like we have to step it up. We literally have to step it up. We can't just do the same old. I know you sent a 2-song skip, so we'll go ahead and throw that in, and then we'll jump right back. So the skips will allow his records to be played in full unapologetically.
Just need you to. Can you please just go? We all need Mr. J. I make weird music.
Now, Golf said energy was on point. Appreciate the lightning. Appreciate the gifts.
Yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in because I stay clouded. You wanna stay down then?
All right, let's go ahead and get the first one up. I believe it's called Kaleidoscope Brain, produced by 12 FPS. Man, hold on. Let me throw this in. Appreciate y'all for having the conversation.
Losing my mind happens often. I don't know how I'm not in a coffin. Coping with my trauma, inhaling some good drugs. Good with a bad bitch, you fuck me till the sun's up. Into the money, but the money's starting to ruin me. Long nights getting fucked up off the ecstasy. I know if I don't slow down, my bro will be right next to me. And he's already out laying 6 feet deep. Sometimes I get so high, I wonder if it's cause I just wanna see my bro one more time. I know if I see him, I will now be able to come back, and that shit fucks me up inside. Yeah, I be losing my mind, I don't know why. I just feel like my mind's
it's the same artist, that's why. You didn't see the skip.
Yeah, they always collide. I just feel like a walking contradiction, yeah, cause everything I want is always on both sides. Yeah, fuck man, yeah, I can't have it, wonder why. Never eat the cake on my birthday, cause I don't like this shit, fucking anyway. Smash it on the ground, yeah, y'all can kiss my ass anyway. Y'all just want a reason they had to go celebrate.
Gotta celebrate and listen, dog, like people waiting, freaking patient. They just celebrating, freaking waiting for the thing, and it ain't Alright, a little bit short though. Honestly, between this and the last one, I did like it a little bit better, right? And of course, people who know me will know why. I love anything that sounds more akin to a live band kind of situation. Anything that makes it easier for us to kind of imagine, again, that live performance a little bit does help with the aspect of what it would be like to watch it be performed or not. When you hear an acoustic guitar or a heavy metal guitar, anything like that within the concept of the song, you can imagine it live with somebody like really playing those instruments and then them performing. Of course, once again, right, while there are many times a lot of you guys will have auto-tune in your vocals, you do gotta remember that when it comes to the live performances, there should be very little work and or just like all kinds of effects being added. We've seen T-Pain literally perform without auto-tune and play piano, right? So that gave him so much more respect from people who essentially hated up to that point. Always just thought, oh, he's just always uses auto-tune, and again, they didn't really know the length of work that he put into not only the actual songs, you know, even when it comes to production, because he is a producer as well. He can really sing for real, he can really rap, he can get in there and is an artist. And you know, you basically started to realize that, you know, with the auto-tune, for some people it simplifies your ability and kind of for some will take it down a notch and not really show them the true talent that is there, right? They think it's a little bit of a crutch, and so being able to perform that Tiny Desk kind of way will, I think, bring any record to life. But I also feel like it's short. Like, you definitely could do a little bit more in here. I think that's gonna come down to maybe the production being extended a little bit more. I get that in this era you guys think about marketing a little bit differently, so you guys mostly will, you know what, let me just do about a minute or so. Why not, let's do the short form content. The way I think is turn long form content into short form content. That way you give people the best of both worlds. Because literally the way I am is, if I like something, I will go look for the longer, I'll go see if there's a full version of the song, and I'm usually like disappointed when it's the same thing. It's just that one verse that I already just heard from the artist, and I want to see more of what they can do. In most occasions, again, you get one chance to win people over. If your song pops up on the radio, if they're not feeling it, they just change the station. If it comes on Pandora Radio or Spotify, any of the online kind of radio stations, you know, they thumbs down, they just skip the song altogether. And so you want to spend as much time with them as possible. You never know what record is going to be that one to pull people forward and make them want to not only still listen again, but then to take on more songs and stuff like that. Because they'll said facts. And then that TikTok era, yeah. And then Reno was like, another juice, man. Like, listen, that is the lane that he wants to be in, right? You know, I'm always going to respect that, as long as you guys know that there are certain genres and sounds that may be overcrowded at a certain point for some people, to where, again, these are the conversations that we often have, right? The like, where does the influence, because it used to be, all right, you had to be basically 90% yourself, 10% influence of whatever other artists that you you liked, you know, kind of growing up, and that you feel at that given time or whatnot, right? But if you go a full 90% of that influence from that other artisan sound, it's literally like you're making subconscious covers of that other artist's song. You know what I'm saying? Songs that, again, that artist, if they were to sit down, would still make themselves, but hasn't gotten around to it yet. And so you pulled from that same pool of thought processes that artist would do. Let me see what we got. We have another record. What I want to know is, out of these two, which one you guys like a little bit better? And then Avery also sent a 2-song back-to-back, so we'll go ahead and get you in right after me. Out of the two, if you only have one choice, which one y'all put on the radio? Which one do y'all want? Extended, I'm sure we'll say the same thing about this one a little bit. Which one would you not? Would you be more excited to see him perform live?
To that money, but that money's starting to get to me. Taking all these drugs, yeah, but these drugs starting to take over me. To that money, but that money's starting to get to me. I love the life I live, but the life I live is killing me, Brother, but not the blunt. Every time my day is inconvenient. Don't give a fuck, I'd rather get high, yeah, cause I am just a fiend. Don't give a fuck, yeah, cause sober life just ain't for me. Way too much going on in my head just to go deal with NPCs. Lot of y'all, yeah, lot of y'all be irking me. Lot of y'all, yeah, lot of y'all really just don't got no dream. That ain't be me. Yeah, I'ma go make sure mine happen. Don't give a fuck who hates. I'ma do the shit that they have. Pockets are full, I stay having. Your pockets are light, you stay starving. Bigs are, yeah, I stay smoking. You stay smoking on dirt cigarettes. Like, boy, go give it a rest. I made big boy plays in the red zone. You drop all the passes you get, yeah, and you look for a flag from the ref. Hey, that's kinda groovy, right? I don't know why they be trying to make me so damn mad. I've been getting to that money, getting to that money, but that money's starting to get to me. Taking all these drugs, yeah, but these drugs starting to take over me. Getting to that money, but that money's starting to get to me. Taking all these drugs, yeah, but these drugs starting to take over me.
Taking it over, and a lot of people hear you could be bacon with soda.
Yeah, getting to that money, but that money starting to get to me.
Now let's say you were to take this production to more of a reggae vibe, right? Because there's melodies in there that I could hear, you know, with those kind of elements. And again, literally just replace the production with something a little bit more reggae, and it almost feels very much, you know, like one of those let's light some shit up kind of records. But, and again, I want to know from y'all, if you got to hear both records, which one you would push forward. Again, which one would you be more excited to listen to, watch the live performance, real band and everything, as well as see the music video too, right? For like both of them have a different vibe overall. For me, again, I still pull a little bit closer to that first one, because I can already hear what would you know, be some of the live instruments within that production. And again, it's more rock centric, right? There literally is a built-in crowd for that specific kind of music, and that in between alternative rock, punk rock, heavy metal, and trap a little bit, or emo, melodic, like there's just a certain lane there that if you do things right, and again, those genres, you need to trust the act of making that song longer and thinking about the actual band, right? Because with bands, we give you so much more leeway. Literally, the individual band members can play a solo for like 8 to 16 bars, and we still gonna sit there and listen to it, right? Because we're oh man, like they're playing their ass off. Like we're thinking about that in our heads. So adding a real band to your record, adding any artist coming into the studio, and even just bringing in just a saxophone player or something like that, it would elevate whatever you might have to heights that you wouldn't believe or whatnot. So if some people feel like there's not enough going on in certain situations, or maybe there's an essence of things being like too digital, always think about the live band aspect, and you should be able to get in there. Let me see, what do you think? He said, being a great musician, good lyrics will sound terrible on a bad beat or instrumentals, man. No doubt. He said, big issue with artists is they have good lyrics, but the production and the instrumentals don't match. So there's a little bit more needed within there. And you said the chorus did save it, man. Like, listen, again, the chorus will always and forever give you a little more structure and an anchor for people to pull onto, right? And again, I do recommend that. I mean, it's weird because for anyone who is more melodic, right? Because I don't often make those kinds of records, right? I straight up rap. I get in there. I'm more of like a comedic rap, situation. And my job is to give you that awkward eye and make you kind of, laugh and stuff like that. With these records, with anything a little bit more melodic, you do have to create a vibe that is nice. You want to have things that you're singing that we want to also sing along with. But in addition to that, when we get impressed by a performance, and writing especially, we do think about how well you're putting together a record. And when it feels professional, like you're sitting there really thinking about each word, you're not rushing yourself in, and not necessarily giving it that polish, like, all right, this is gonna be the hit record we focus on, this year, this month, whatever it is. You have to hone in on every song in that same way, where like if you were getting paid to be in the studio and record whatever it is you guys have, always think about that, right? Because literally we're asking people to stream our shit 1 million times so we can hopefully get enough money to make more music and make this a thing that can pay us to go do shows and do the things that we want to do. We're asking not only for the people to do that, but for people to buy into us as an artist, the merch, the everything. And if a label were to sign you, you got to be able to try your best to do now what you would do if they were also, signing you. If they were paying you to go to the studio right now, what is the level of workmanship are we going to hear? What is the level of workmanship that we are going to hear from you? And is it going to be, is it going to feel like you're just doing a mixtape and kind of, just experimenting here and there with certain things? Or will it feel like you're every time official album, this one's gonna be, on vinyl, everything has a different flavor, but figure out how to elevate what you can do to the highest ability. And then aside from that, we're still able to see the ideas of your records. Yeah, second one was Getting to Me. Got another 2 song back to back coming in right now.
I just need you to, can you please just go? We all eat pizza, so I make weird music. I got pizza if you need them, PayPal me. You see me on the playground, just, yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in cause I stay clowning. You wanna stay there.
So Avery, first one of 2. Called Heartstruck, produced by, is it Myler and Jojo Kilit? Or Kaletti? It could be Khalid, man. I'm like, Khalid? Jojo Khalid? Jojo Khalid, man. Hey. Jojo Khalid. Hold on, let me add this to me. We gonna get some slow jam. Hold up. I could probably work together. I get that all the time.
What do you say? Never thought I'd feel this way about you, but then got me thinking that I need you. I don't wanna be friends. I've got this feeling that you're different. I don't wanna pretend. You're everything I need and I don't want it to end. Can't you see the way you got me feeling inside? All of the money in the world couldn't buy your time. I wanna be the one that's there every time you cry. Time you cry. If you want somebody real, then let me know. You don't have to live your life alone. I would never ever do you wrong. Make me wanna write 100 songs. Love the way you're smiling in the rain. Wanna show you love without the pain. You can have my heart without the games. Nothing about you I would ever change. Loving the look that I see in your eyes. Heart full of gold, I just wish you were mine. I just wanna give you everything. Show you off in every single way.
So let's just say I won her over. Nice.
Up on top the world, you can be my one and only girl. Feelings for you I could never hide. Girl, just let me know what you decide.
Nice, sir. Okay, so 1 out of 2. Song number 1 out of 2, I mean. What up, C-Loaster? C-Loaster, he posted, be ghosted, we ghosted. All right, so in my mind at first, I was like, you know what? You guys are kind of in a very similar lane, but you have more natural vocals, right? You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of, like, let me throw auto-tune and certain things like that. You allow your natural vocal to do what it does, which, again, I prefer 100 times over because it gets us that much. Like, there's no hiding behind an effect that is, again, just very unnatural at times. Like, this is your actual talent, your vocal ability. And in my mind, I was gonna ask, like, okay, can you do that live? Like, are you able to still stay in there with that level of energy? And it's crazy because I do talk about energy a lot on the show, right? It dictates what the audience is gonna feel, both in a live performance as well as on the record. The higher tones that you get into, that you're able to do, like, that wakes people up. If you're a little bit more monotone and if all the tones were and again, slightly boring, a little bit more just chill, like you feel like you can sit down or even lay down to it or whatnot. But it's crazy because it's a slower record, but the higher tones, again, they add that energy, that contrast, I think, well with it. And the switch ups that we were able to get throughout, right? I appreciate when an artist is not repetitive. It being repetitious only shows that you guys use one side of your brain. Like, you just basically go with the very first idea that you had and you run with that the entire way. But when you have many different ideas, like, that's what it's about, experimenting with all those many ideas on the record, but making sure that it feels structured so people don't get lost in where they're at on the actual record. You know, it's still close to those same, you know, vibes that like we could still play you right along with you know, Juice. And I'm sure you have other influences when it comes to this specific type of song that you made. I'm curious to see what those are and what you guys in the chat think. Is that W. Aver, you know what I'm saying? He won her over with that one. And that his voice needs to be a little louder. I don't know if you were joking with that. His voice needs to be a little loud. Do you mean like mix-wise? Mix-wise? You know, because it's definitely not an energy thing. And it's a good song, you know what I'm saying, apart from that. So I think what she's describing is more that like your vocals need to be a little bit closer in the mix, right? Right now, if it sounds like you're not necessarily far away, but because of the, you know, potential effects and maybe the distance, like, yeah, it does sound like you're one of the many vocals we would hear in the background right next to your main vocal. Like, that's the only thing that I can probably think of if we're trying to see like where that is. Let me see where the second record is at, and again, we'll let you compete with yourself in the same way. Compete with yourself in the same way. There's a lot of times I be doing this shit in the same. Let's see, was this, I know you had said you had sent a different one for the second submission, but then you did another one. I don't know if you changed your mind. So I'm gonna throw this in. I'm gonna throw your most recent
Build a
one.
website you love.
Yeah, the only website we love is the one that doesn't ask us about the websites we love, man. You know what I'm saying? Just vibe out. Just vibe out. Completely different genre. Hold on. Alright. Let's see where he goes with this. Ready with the piano.
Stay by your side till death do us part. I take all of my scars and cast away.
See this one.
And I'll take a part and give you all of me. Won't look back to the past, 'cause in you all that I see is new shades to this blue. So hold on tight to my heart. No mistake, I could wait forever here in your arms. So don't let go, 'cause
Captain of a vibe. Listen, I was listening to you, and this is in a. Big salute, man. Listen, this is the, oh my gosh, bro. Can you not, the lo-fi vibes, though, you know, I love that. Okay, let's plop this up. Let's clap real quick. As I said, so this took it up a notch. This right here, I asked in the chat, like, what was his comfort zone, essentially, you know what I'm saying? Which song of the two felt more like akin to, you know, not necessarily, like, at first I wanted to say the real version of you, but what I mean is, you know, when it comes to production, sometimes we're more in, like, I need very specific drums and I need all this stuff, and very selective few can, like, let me just isolate it to just a piano, just an acoustic guitar, and, you know, to get in there and really give a full performance. This was something I definitely would have seen on The Voice, you know, and shows where you got to make people turn around just by your ability to really sing and make people feel the emotion with these songs. Plus, if you can really get on the keys and play piano and then perform this song, vice versa. Literally, if you can play guitar and then you're able to perform this song, like, you know, you almost automatically are gonna win people over because of just that aspect of people loving live music. Nobody expects certain levels of talent to just be out there and to be on display for people's enjoyment. Not everybody may get certain things at first, but those that do appreciate, like, just imagine people walking by watching them perform that just on the keys, like, you automatically want to pull your phone out, because not everybody can play piano, not everybody can play guitar, and also some can't even get that high when it comes to the tone. That's where I usually am telling artists that are sometimes a little bit more monotone. Again, they only can really, at least what they have displayed so far on the show is just a lower level of tone. And I'll always tell them, like, think about going into certain sections of your song and getting that higher octave where it actually where you can feel the power and the emotion a little bit more. Because when you stay on the lower end, you know, it feels like you're just trying to keep people in one area. And as I often say, man, the best thing you could ever do is be akin to a roller coaster, right? Have a lot of twists and turns, be exciting throughout the entire ride, essentially. And knowing that if there's any, like, repetitive aspects, like that would be a very boring ride, you know what I'm saying? Just going up and down, up and down, up and down, you know, or just in a loop only. Anything that you do one thing of, right, it'll feel very much like that. So the variation is, thank you, that's we'll just leave it there. You said 7 on the first, 9 on the second track. Good stuff. And BO said facts. And you said, Rena said, my YouTube channel is still getting set up through DistroKid, but I can send links to which, oh, I'm so confused. I mean, aren't you on a YouTube account right now, technically? Like, do you, whatever you are able to upload to, even without, because, like, DistroKid is gonna do it one way, and sometimes, like, you have to enable features to allow people to comment on certain things. But with what you have with your own YouTube, if you build that as an artist and just connect the make sure that you connect it to the music YouTube, right? Because you can do that. You'll have the best of both worlds. Like, you do need to be able to upload things completely yourself. Like, when you want to, you know what, I'm gonna make a lyric video to this or that, or let me do a live performance kind of thing. Have the freedom to do what you want and to upload your stuff. I did want to talk about that as well. So there are different platforms that you guys can upload your music to. They all do different things and benefit you guys in many different ways, right? DistroKid has a few different tiers to offer. One is like the yearly sort of like subscription things, right? And the only reason why there were times where I didn't necessarily favor them was because of that aspect of, like, if you stop paying that monthly thing, all your music pretty much gets taken off, right? And so you're in this push and pull of, am I making enough with my music to just basically keep it on the platform and continue just paying for it? Is it something that you're losing money on when things come through? But there's also a feature, right, where if you pay a little bit more per the upload that you're actually doing, they'll keep your music up there even if you lapse on that yearly thing or whatnot. So that's kind of a good thing. But also, DistroKid will upload to a very specific amount of platforms. CD Baby kind of is one of the few ones that, again, it has its own platform to upload to, and they work with, like, you know, I think disc makers and things like that. So for when you're trying to do like CDs and vinyl and send out physical items as well. But they'll also upload you to all the other digital distributors, and so having that extra option is nice. They also pay you weekly as long as you make over the minimum, which I think is like $10. So every time you're paid $10 or more, you know, the next week you should get a payment through PayPal. So I do like that aspect. Amuse used to be free to literally get on and upload, but I think they changed that over time to where it was only the paid tiers, but they've added things over the years. I need to get back in and see what else they have to offer, but all of the different distributors kind of do a few different things. You kind of have to weigh the options and see what's good for you, because I used to have TuneCore at first, and again, they were that first, you know, pay monthly, pay for the year, whatever. And over time, it just felt like you were paying for it to be on the platform, and that's it. And we're barely getting paid enough from a lot of these platforms. So at a certain time, people even just started taking their stuff off Spotify. And, you know, once again, you have to weigh your own options on what platforms are worth it, and sometimes be willing to just take, not necessarily an L, but to know that your music being on a certain platform is a form of promotion. Because there are some people who the ease of use of whatever they use, if it's a Spotify specifically, there are people who will literally use that for all their music, or Tidal, or Pandora, whatever it might be. So we do need to make sure our music is on as many platforms as possible, at least if we want to, you know, make sure we don't miss out on that one listener, man, that one that just refuses to go anywhere else but there. Plus, I'll at least say, at least with Spotify, what I've liked is, I know we in this conversation, what I've liked with Spotify is like when you release a new song, it notifies the people who are following you. So it will let them know when you do got a new song out. It may automatically just add itself to their playlist, So when they like go to Spotify and open it, like your song may freaking play. So there is a little bit of a thing right there. He said, I can't claim my artist account yet. Takes a few days to get on the metadata platform. So with that, so you can. I think you're saying that it's not fully uploaded yet. But yeah, do make sure that you claim. So there are, obviously you can do it via some of the distributors, or you can do it directly via Spotify itself. And as long as you can provide the certain information. And it is good to do that, so you can change the banner, you can sort of put any show dates and stuff like that, so people know where to come see you. Let's go ahead and head right back into the free line right about now.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to that dorky review show at gmail.com.
And then
it means you're safer sitting here. Okay.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie.
Commercials! They'll corrupt your mind! Bad commercials! Bad commercials! Bad commercials! Bad commercials!
Silosa said definitely a dope song.
Out of your mind? There's too much violence on TV!
Y'all could get me into some whole full conversations on this show, man. Hold on. Almost like I didn't want to go past that lo-fi. The lo-fi record. The lo-fi. Listen, a lot of things all up in the thing that I know that I won't fry.
Greg, we need to talk.
Oh
no
my
time
gosh.
sales calls to summarize.
So this is Heartless 2000s interlude. We shall see.
I don't expect you to call me up. Missed all your phone calls 'cause I was drunk. Late nights always seem to get the best of
Everybody call they baby mamas right now. Hold a hand.
Even if you shut me down, you know I'll be around. You know I'll be around.
Oh, I remember this record. I remember this. When did how can I remember this if it just came out yesterday? I feel like I've heard this from you though. Maybe you said it before you released it. That's what it is.
You know I'll shut it down. Show me you're gone again. You said I love you again.
I love you.
We both have to pretend that it don't mean a thing. That it don't mean a thing. That you don't mean nothing.
Yeah, I do like. I do remember. Cause I remember the beat, and then your melody to it.
Late nights always seem to get the best of me. Even if you shut me down, you know I'll be around. You know I'll be around. Even if you let me down, you know I'll come around. You know I'll come around. You don't understand me.
Hit up Nipple. Get it, Nipple. This isn't true. This is a.
You know
cool. The vibes are freaking crazy with this one, man. We gonna run this one back one more time. I'm gonna give y'all some time again to call your girl up right now, wherever she at.
Never read too many books, but living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks. If you're always getting robbed, there's too many crooks.
Living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many.
Listen, we gonna run this thing one more time. But before we do that, I'm gonna review it right now. I said I was gonna review it. Shh. First and foremost, y'all know me. I love vibes. I also love when it comes to R&B. The slow jam records are far more favored, at least to me, than like the club records, because I do tend to feel like most club records for R&B artists, they'll not necessarily dumb themselves down, but they won't be that much enamored with like trying to show their vocal capability, right? These, it puts you in that like vibe. If you can't Netflix and chill and have this on in the background, right? If this can't set the mood, then it goes right out of the door. But I think everything was on point, from the words to the melodies, the overall effects on the vocals. It definitely sets the mood. And what I appreciate about it being an interlude, it is that it's longer than any other interlude I've heard or whatnot. Usually interludes like what, 30 seconds to a minute. Those are usually the shorter kind of scenarios, and I appreciate that you just make it go a little bit further than that, and you don't look at just the overall time as what makes it an interlude. This is you just kind of on a chill vibe, just going in, doing something a little bit more slow. But I rocked with it. And again, from the jump, the sample that's in there, it like puts you in that vibe. And you know, gonna see in that. So one more time. Give your motherfucking
I don't expect you to call me up. Missed all your phone calls cause I was drunk. Late nights always seem to get the best of me. Even if you shut me
down, gonna make some babies, I'm
you know I'll be around. You know I'll be around. Even if you let me down, you know I'll come around. You know I'll come around. You don't understand me. You know I'll come around. You won't show me. You know I'll shut it down. You won't show me. You know I'll shut it down. You won't show me. You're gone, you're gone again. You said I love you again. I love you. We both have to pretend that it don't mean a thing. That it don't mean a thing. That you don't mean nothing.
Often I be looking for that kind of delay. That kind of delay and reverb.
I don't expect you to call me up. Missed all your phone calls cause I was drunk. Late nights always seem to get the best of me. let me down, you know I'll be around. You know I'll be around. Even if you let me down, you know I'll come around. You know I'll come around. You don't understand me. You know I'll come around. Shut it down, you won't show me. You know I'll shut it down, you won't show me. You're gone now, yeah.
Big salute as we proceed to give you what you need. Listen, is that Netflix and chill or just chill, man? You know what I'm saying? Let them know in the freaking chat or whatnot. 1 to 10, $8 feedback is, of course, welcome. We're going to go ahead and head right into the free line again. And we have Daisy Clips with Death's Breath. That is a title for you. Hold on, let me get into here. Somehow I feel like this might be epic. Let's see what it is.
Daisy Clips.
We shall have our conversations.
I'm Daisy Clips from the trailer park depths. Pistol in the waistband, dodging death's breath. Rust on the Chevy, but the rim stay clean. Got a brick in the bag, keep it tucked unseen. Mud on my boots, blood stains on the denim. Snakes in the grass, but I'm spitting that venom. County line queen, but my hustle don't sleep. Packs in the shed, counting cash in the heap. I done scrapped in the dirt, left my knuckles all red. Dodge a raid with a burner tucked under the bed. Fuck what they say, I don't talk to the law. Got a blade in my boot, keep it sharp like a saw. Trailer park nights with the dogs on the chain. Propane tank, kissing, cooking dope in the rain. No trust for a badge, no love for a snitch. If you talk to the feds, you get left in the ditch. I move way through the woods, keep it low, no trace.
Know what I'm gonna say.
With a mask on his face, shoebox stacks, yeah, the cash stay piled. Every dollar I touch got the sin of the wild. I don't rap for the fame, I don't spit for the clout. I rap for the nights when the lights went out. Power got cut, but the hustle stayed on. Flipping packs in the dark to the break of dawn. Got a chip on my shoulder and a clip in the 9. Every bar that I spit like a spark from the grind. I'm the queen of the trap with the dirt in my veins. Country roots, but I'm dodging them chains. Fuck a plea deal, I don't talk to the state. I just load up the gauge, let it set on my face. From the barn to the block, I'm a threat in the game. Daisy Clips on the mic, better fear the name. I done ran from the sirens, I done
That's what I was thinking. I'm always scared that it's gonna be AI, man.
Full of junk, every scar on my hands tells a story of fights. Broken glass on the floor, smoking haze through the nights. I don't fuck with no rats, I don't deal with no fakes. Keep my circle so tight, it's just me and the stakes. Outlaw blood, yeah, it runs through my soul. Steel in my grip, keep the chamber ice cold. I'm the voice of the lost, from the field to the trap. Every bar's a blade, cutting deep, no cap. Got the weight on my back, but I carry that load. Dodging potholes and cops on this backwoods road. No regrets, no tears, just the life I chose. Every risk that I take keeps the fire my pros. I done served in the shadows, made a play in the dark. Left my name on the wall with a blade sharp mark. Trailer park savage with the grit in my speech, fitted raw like the dope that I sling on the street. Fuck a judge, fuck a jury, fuck the suits in the court. I'm the queen of the block, holding down my fort. Got a plug in the heels, got a stash in the barn. Every move that I make keep the devil alarmed. From the dust to the dollars, I'm still in the fight. Country trap outlaw, I'm the spark in the night. No fake shit here, just the truth in my bars. Every line's a bullet, leaving permanent scars. I'm Daisy Clips, bitch, I'm built for the war. Kicking doors, flipping packs, leaving blood on the floor. Dirty horse, yeah, we dropping that heat. Now the spotlight mine, I'm the preacher with a rifle, teaching class on survival with a Bible in a bottle. Country rap ain't beef, it's blood, sweat, and gravel. Not some weak ass disses, y'all can't even unravel. They don't care about us, they just care about clicks. Selling drama, not music, man, I'm done with that shit. This the brink of extinction, better tighten your grip, or the soul of this genre gon' sink with the ship. Mom's yelling loud, got a pipe in her grip. Needle on the floor, she don't care about this shit. I'm 16, slinging packs just to eat one night. Blade in my jeans, keep it close for a fight. Trailers fucked up, roof leaks, flows broke. Cops hit the lot, but I'm gone through the smoke. No trust for pigs, they just want me in chains. 9 in my bag, keep it loaded for games. Mom's on my shoes for a hit of that crank. Pipe in the sink, trailer smell like it stank. I'm writing bars on a tour up bag. Every line's my life, every bar's my flag. Neighbors cook dope, smoke burns through the crack. I'm out back with a scale, flipping bags, no lag. Plug in the woods, got my stash in the can. Every dollar I stack, keep my ass out the jam. I'm holding it down, just me and my pain. Spitting bars like a Glock, let them rip through the rain. Roaches in my shirt, shake them off when I step. Sleep with a knife, cause these snakes never rest. Mom's go for days, sucking dick for a dope. I'm alone in this trailer, but I'm never gon' choke. Run packs through the dark, keep it quiet, no sound. Plug by the trees, got my cash in the ground.
All right. Let's talk about it. Because we gotta do it. Now here's the thing. Every time we come across an AI record or an artist that seems to have AI elements, right? Because it could be anything. It could come down to the mastering of the record. It could be the artist being completely AI. It could be a real artist and then the production being AI. All of those elements, when you throw it over one of the three, again, the beat replacement, kind of situation, you're gonna add those elements that makes it feel, closer and akin to. So you do run the risk of people feeling a certain way every time, right? Now, there's no doubt, like anytime we come across an AI record, like most of them are actually good, right? But that's not the problem. Like it's not the problem that the AI record is too good and thus we don't like it. That doesn't make freaking sense. What we usually have a problem with is not knowing how much actual work really went into the record, because we know that you can just type in an idea and it will spit out an entire record. So based off of one night, make this type of record with this type of artist, make a male or female, like you make a few adjustments here and there, and then but you didn't get in most cases and write the whole song, be like, I want to place this here, I want the beat to do this exactly at this part. We want you guys to be so obsessive about your music that you do know what you're doing, where you're going, that you put your all into it, that you do have a lot of take and input into every aspect of the song and what things, because we're more impressed when we can listen to something where we hear an artist with great cadence, great performance, great writing, and we can congratulate that person for exactly what we're hearing, right? We're like, damn, like you got skills to really get on the record. I love the energy and yada yada yada. Like we want to know that aspect of it is real, and that there's somebody that had to do something vocally to get what we're hearing right now. And then when it comes to the production too, like we want a real producer to be able to sit in there and be very meticulous about where the elements go and keeping it at the level of energy and stuff like that. So as long as we're able to see the actual work, I think people won't feel as bad when they're listening to an AI record. And then there's those times where people they just don't say that it's AI at all, and you trick people into thinking that it's a real artist, and you try to compete with real artists in that sector, and there's always going to be a fight back because there's a different level of workmanship. For those that have blood, sweat, and tears, like they were whack at first and then they figured it out. They eventually figured out all the right ways to hit up a record, the right beats that they should rap to, the processes that they go through to really create, and then collabing with others. Like it's like spitting on the faces of those artists, yet trying to also compete in the same playing field. And what I basically end up saying is, AI, being able to put together an AI record doesn't suddenly mean you know how to make a hit song, if we're not really able to see you actually do that work. Like if the entire record itself doesn't come from your mind, and even as artists, like I feel some type of way if you tell it to write your lyrics. Like I think that all creativity should come directly from you, And if there's a way to use it to enhance your already dope talent without losing yourself and letting it do most of the work, there may be something in there that we can work with. But again, like, there's the aspect of, again, loving a Kendrick Lamar because of what he can do, loving a Twista, a Tech Nine, a Eminem, a Busta Rhymes, a Mariah Carey, you know, all the artists that we've come across, Elvis, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, they do what they are able to do with their actual talent. We don't want to lose sight of that. And in most cases, again, what if we like the song and we're just never able to see the real artist perform freaking live? We're not able to connect with them in interviews, meet them in person, right? And I definitely don't, at least right now, there's nothing in my mind that, like, it doesn't matter if it's the dopest AI record on the planet. Nothing makes me want to meet the person who created the AI record. We want to meet the actual artist. And so if they're not real, it literally just like rips the entire dream away from the listener. Certain people are not gonna know until they get more akin to what like AI records, you know, sound like, and what the elements within an AI record, you know, will you know, bring to it. But that is the conversation that we always end up having to have, just to give a little bit of the education on kind of like both sides. I know that some will say you can just use it as a tool, but I hear a different word when I hear that. You know what I mean? Like, I hear a lack of you wanting to figure it out. You sit with the writer's block. Just sit with it and then come back to that record later and see if you can, you know, get into the vibe that you need to make the right record. You come back to a certain beat and figure out the right things to do, but don't let something else do the work for you. Otherwise, how are you ever learning? How are you ever learning to be a better anything if there's just something that can do it automatically for you? Like, you got to walk before you crawl. You got to sweep. You literally have to sweep a bunch of shit before you can truly appreciate a vacuum. Like, that's the best analogy that I can ever freaking give. Like, honestly, man, I just now thought of that. But like, that's the easiest one I can give, because if you ever swept something, right? Yeah, it's pretty freaking, it's easy. But if you have a lot of stuff, at some point you're like, man, just give me a vacuum, so you can just go over it, and everything just goes in the bag. And I try to use the math analogy as well. Like, in school, yes, there are some times where they will let you use a calculator, but let's say you didn't know math, you didn't know addition and subtraction yet, division, like whatever. Let's say you simply don't know that yet, and so it's literally like you using a calculator for a test that has easy math problems on it. Like, you don't know what 3 + 3 is, so you're still using a calculator to really get there. That's what it feels like when we hear AI. It feels like cheating a little bit, and it's not you learning and really showing your ability to fully make a dope song just yet, because we don't know how much work was there or not. And we would rather a really dope song go to an actual artist, because guess what? Like I said, if we like it, we want to know more about that artist. We want to see them live. We want to support them in those arenas. But it's just hard. It's hard to get there if you feel like you're being, duped a little bit. As a matter of fact, like, to a certain extent, we've talked about, AI just needs its own platform. do not upload stuff to Spotify and like, again, that when you do that, it feels like you're trying to compete with the other records, and people just won't know, right? Have an AI radio station, have a specific to AI, and I think the AI artists should acknowledge that they are AI within the freaking songs and shit like that. I feel like when we start listening to the lyrics differently and being like, you don't feel anything because you're not real. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they say came from the bottom, whatever. Like Timberland's new artist, essentially that's AI. Like, we were doing exactly that, listening to the words, and like, you just made half of that shit up because you don't feel anything, right? At that point, the music becomes a little bit soulless. It's just words that anybody could have said, but you're choosing to give it to a computer to say, instead of actually making sure that there's a real artist for us to connect to. All right, let me see. How do we know that famous artists don't use AI for lyrics? See, and that's the problem. That is the problem, right? So understand that let's talk about all the artists before AI, right? Before AI became a thing at all, the most that bigger artists would do is maybe have writers, right? They in hip hop, we'd call those ghost writers. Regular writers, essentially, you know, in like R&B and rock and different things like that. But we don't frown upon you having writers in like rock and like every other genre but hip hop. That's the one thing that has always been a little bit in the rule books. The moment that we find out you have other people who write for you, you lose a little bit of credibility in your ability to write a song and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need you to be able to come up with your own bars without having to get somebody else. Because otherwise, what is all the I'm the dopest anything? You can't rap about being the shit if you need that help. So that's the way that we sort of, you know, think about it. There are artists who will still do it. They will not give a shit or whatnot. Like, they're just too lazy to really come up with their own shit. And then I think the other example that I can give of just like, again, with getting a writer, Benzino with the Eminem diss that he had not too long ago, maybe about a year or so ago, where he had released a Eminem diss that basically wasn't even written by him. And if you know the whole Benzino's problem with Eminem sort of thing, he went on an entire just like tour, just kind of tour, like in terms of like interviews and podcasts and stuff like that, just kind of, you know, talking shit. And you would think with as much that he had to say in regards to him, that he'd be able to get in there and write his own freaking Eminem diss song. But getting somebody else to write it, again, it takes away all your credibility to actually do this. It's hip hop, right? So you gotta show us your actual skills or lack thereof. Sit in whatever amount of talent or not that you have, and the people will embrace you in I think the right ways. Certain artists have embraced their lack of talent. I look at Soulja Boy as one of those artists. And again, no disrespect, but I've just never liked any song that he has released. I've tried. We went from mixtapes to albums, and each record I just end up rolling my eyes, and I ask, who are the people who likes this? And I can respect an artist that's completely themselves, unapologetically gets in there, but also at some point you've got to know you're missing an entire point of the audience, or an entire part of the audience, if you don't step your game up. Right? When he made a record with Kanye, did not step his game up. A record with Nicki Minaj or whatever, like, did not step his game up. 6ix9ine, same shit. I felt like 6ix9ine was always in the wrong genre. he definitely should have been in like heavy metal or death metal, and you know, caused himself a world of hate and pain, all because he decided to really try to be in hip hop and say that he was the king of New York and all that shit. Anyways, you say, I see no difference between a ghostwriter and AI, man. Should we clap for that? Got the arena on that, and like, honestly, once again, wait. I'll say this last thing, and then we will move on. But the aspect of, I forgot what I was gonna say. I forgot what I was gonna say right there. Hold on, let me see if it had. Yes, I see no difference between a ghostwriter and AI, and you know. Oh, I was gonna say, like, I literally would not be comfortable with someone coming to me with an entire idea for a song that I should do. Like, even if it was perfectly in the style of what I do, and they write how I would write and all that shit, like, I would be completely I would be like, all right, that's a great idea, but let me, I would have to write my entire lyrics. I can also produce, so I'd want to get in there and do most everything myself. You would have, I would change every single word, the placement of certain words, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would just be very uncomfortable taking something completely that somebody else did and kind of just putting that out. A chorus, maybe. A chorus can be fine, but in those cases, in my mind, like, if you're dope enough to be able to come with a concept, like, I'd rather just make a song with you. I'd literally just rather make a song with you, keep your chorus on the situation, and or, you know, figure out a way to change it up in some way, and, you know, actually say featuring that producer, artist, or whatever that collab has to be. But you know, like, we have to get back to that, knowing what the actual talent is, because when we hear an artist, once again, we don't know what their true ability is to really get in there and then make a song. And so, well, I use C-Lost as an example because he is an artist. He does send to the show as well. I'm sure he sent something in the email that we'll be getting to it as well. He has an ability to rap fast and get in there and really make something that amazes you with how fast he can rap. He's very much akin to Twista and Tech Nine and those type of artists. And knowing that he is a real artist and that's what he does, I know his capability, right? So immediately, if I'm like, oh, let's do a record, let's get into a studio, I know what he is able to bring to the table and in that matter or whatnot. And even if I said, hey, I'm working with an R&B artist, I would like you to write the actual structure of the lyrics, like write a song in the style of what you would do, but I'm gonna have her sing the melodies basically, but just to take your style of rapping and to go in. Again, you want to know what an artist's true capability is, so you know how they can be utilized. And if we don't know that because, you know, you're getting too much help in one way or another on one side, you know, it doesn't help. It just not help us. Rena, we got you coming up freaking next right now with the Dance With Me. Let's go ahead and throw this on in. We got into that conversation way too long.
rhythm of the night, our hearts in place. Furetayo bigat sitaeru. A spark that feels so new. I see your smile, pulls me near. Nimimoto, they whisper clear. Don't let this moment fade.
Said fake garlic bread.
Let's dance until the break of day. Dance with me under Tokyo skies. Koi no melody.
What up, Trino?
Hold me close, don't let go. Let the beat take control. Dance with me, feel the heat tonight. Futari dake no paradise. Every beat, you and me. Baby, come and dance with me.
I can hear this out there.
Passing cars, the world feels still. Your heartbeat echoes soft and real. Hoshi no shite de mitsumete. Our shadows start to sway. Your laughter cuts right through the noise. Machi no reason love's in your voice. Maybe this is destiny. Come closer, dance with me. Dance with me under Tokyo skies. Koi no melee in your eyes. Hold me close.
It showed it in the metadata.
Let the beat take control. Dance with me, feel the heat tonight. Futari dake no paradise. Every beat, you and me. Baby, come and dance with me. Yoga aketemo stay. I don't want this love to fade. In your arms, I'm free tonight. It's just you and me. Dance with me through the city lights. Love is glowing in our eyes. Turn it up.
Love that
let it
harmonization.
be. You and me, our melody. Dance with me.
Come
Feel my
on.
heart collide. Koi ga hashimaru tonight. Every beat endlessly. Baby, come and dance with me.
Sorry. So I appreciate that. Listen, I just want to let you know how natural that you do sound within this genre, right? The thing that I truly appreciate is when artists today can get into a vibe from yesterday, essentially, right? You know what I'm saying? Like when you can make a record today that feels like it has a today's quality, but could have still came out in the 80s and 90s, 70s, 60s. Like we love to have that kind of classic and nostalgic flavor thrown throughout. Even more so in like all the other different genres, right? Like you guys have that exception of, you can literally come out today with that older sound. When it comes to rap, it's a little bit different for most people in terms of like what's promoted out there. It still has to have a certain sound to the mainstream promoted freaking hip hop, but there will still be essences of places that can still utilize any 90s or 80s sounds depending on what an artist is doing. But I love just how much this really does fit completely in that envelope. I really thought about what we got from a Madonna, Paul, what was her name? Hey, now tell me gonna love me forever. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like all those early vibes that we got that were very, you know what? Okay, there's another game, right? There's a game. And now I forgot the name of that damn freaking game. Hold on, I gotta figure. I think it's called Firewatch, right? And in that game, essentially, you work as I guess somebody who's watching in a tower and just making sure that the forest doesn't burn down. You know what I'm saying? In the national forest that you're in, and within that game, you see a fire kind of in the distance, and then you go check it out, right? You get closer, you hear music off in a distance, and it's somebody like, I guess it's some people partying in a distance, kind of like, and they have a radio that is playing a song that is almost kind of similar to this, right? I think it was called Just Press Play. But very much, right? Like you could have been on the same soundtrack. Yeah, within that radio, man, it was a song that just kept repeating. Like they didn't add any other tune to that freaking game, you know, but that one thing that was just playing on repeat on the radio, and everybody loved it so much they would just like sit there for, you know, a cool minute just like rocking with the song. It has that 80s 90s kind of like production in there, and I believe it was an actual 80s record, so obviously, but what the reason that matters is because, again, when you're making a new record, it should still have those flavors of those kind of older records, and if you're good enough, it'll feel like something we just didn't get to discover from the 80s and 90s, and that is what I was hearing. Like I said, though, with a more professional kind of like updated sound, so we were able to see those elements within there. Yep, modern 80s. Yep, exactly, city pop. And I have an album dropping in 2 weeks once Distro Kids gets my platforms ready. That's what's up. And she says she's been singing for 11 years. And then big salute. I'm curious on more of the records and what you bring to the table, so we'll be looking forward to that. We do album reviews as well, so if you ever want to send the whole album, y'all choices are this. When you come to the show, you can basically send a song per episode and kind of like feed us things over time, and we can kind of take things in an episode at a time. But if you are let me play the album and things like that, the takeover skips are basically what you guys want to do. We have like the 6 song back to back, or 12 up to 12 songs, depending on what you do in those cases, and we do the whole review. If you want an entire episode pretty much just dedicated to that aspect, like we just do a full album review and then, you know what I'm saying, upload it or do it live, again, we have those as well. So we're looking forward to either way, and we shall see.
Yo, 9 cents and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing out.
Alright. Let me see. BL, we got you up. I see that you sent a Spotify, so give me some time to load it. Give me some time to load it, dog. Give me some time to go get y'all and Allow me to try to load it. Yeah. Let us know. Is there any plan to make any videos for it potentially? That would be dope. I think at the very least, if you don't plan on making like you in the video type stuff, a lyric video will always suffice. Then there's animation right next to that. But having something to, you know, again, if you go out there and perform any of these live, having something that you can put in the back as a visual is always kind of key. And
I'm a kind soul, but I do have to become OG real quick. You know?
We got BL with Bong Smoke.
I wouldn't know where to begin with that, really.
Hey, old man.
Huh? Oh, sorry, I'm on the phone, numbnuts.
Oh, take that, middle finger. Oh no.
Take that, middle finger. I'm sorry, get back to stammering your way through your first conversation with a woman.
Heard Bongs really wanted to smoke. Probably rap better without chimp cock in your throat. Said yo 52 times and thought it was dope. A freestyle, you know that was just some garbage you wrote. Got me confused, I'm not sure if I should call you out or diss one of your 250 alt accounts. Either way, I got time today, you can find a fade. Leave your mind no pavement, I came to conquer, they call me Kang. I seen your TikTok, you look a little unstable. Like the kid who got bullied up at the lunch table. Not to mention in your family, everyone hates you. So go play the bongos on the beach, bong, be grateful. Look like Morty Smith, such a boring bitch. I could flush you down the toilet with my morning piss. Go and throw a fit, you were never born to spit. Seth, look up TOS, could I go smoke this war on Twitch? No? Alright, fuck it, you can blur it out. Got Gorilla Glued and I'm about to go in and burn an ounce. Why you pouting? The schizophrenic's a bit demented. Get dissected, thinking he still won't learn his lesson. Really not iller than me, you like a Timu rapper. Half the product is yo bro and the others can't sew. You got no talent, flow, there is no balance. Oh, and your pen is a joke, dog, you a no challenge.
Come on.
Better check the vibe, go get stressed and cry. Must be on some hard drugs, bitch, I'll never let it slide. Why you acting tough, you thinking I won't go dead or fly? Said to keep you out of sight so you won't get left in eye. You ain't never been on my level and that's apparent. Get embarrassed, I'm not your pal buddy, I'm not Terrence. About to roll you in a blunt, you ain't nothing but a punk. Probably shouldn't fuck with ruts, better call my parent. Man to God, why the fuck you even rap at all? Looking like Jimmy from South Park when it had a fall. Bong, you've never had a dope bar in your life. No one ever told you that you would go far in your life. Got me battling an off-brand wombat. I bomb tracks, take some food in your mom back. You want crack, man, this shit's bad for you, you should stop that. Put the pipe down, I'll pass you the mic to respond back.
Yo, bro, I'm so unstable these days. Yo, bro.
Straight bars. Solid diss record overall. When it comes to diss records in general, man, I always say like there's a few different ways to really come at things, either more comedically or you want to really say things to hit hard and kind of get the artist in their feel, so they feel like, oh, they need to respond, you know, type shit. And if it's not dope enough, you know, mostly I think an artist really won't respond or feel the need to mention you, whether it's in a line or to do an entire record. But I appreciate when you take the time to make sure you get each bar in point. You are a bar for bar artist in the same way that I've always looked at Dirty B. Like, I don't know why I always mention y'all in the same breath, right? You, Dirty B, and Charlie Knight are some of the, like, let me make sure I hit a metaphor each line. I want to sit here and really, you know, chop it up with the bars and make sure that it is important. I don't like when things feel rushed and like when artists are just saying whatever. And in most cases, again, if you get in there and freestyle you're kind of just rhyming, like the song will often feel like it has less meaning And so you do want to put your all into the record and go there. Let me see what we got next. Big Dizzy, we got you on up. And then see, Los said great music, everyone, and so that. By the way, I don't think you sent C Losta, just in case you did, and then you're like, welcome to your doom.
Talking shit, I found your crib, so must to lose your wife and kids. My niggas won't surround that bitch, you step outside. I'm killing shit so murderous way that nobody's serving him. I'm certain you all heard of him. Big Dizzy bitch, spin the block, let it ride. My new bitch, she killing them cause she look like cut the story through the door, it's hot as gone. Run the bag or lose your head, I'm seeing red. The 1-to-1, I'm running from none, son. I'm a for hun, my one like a run, son. You should duck if I'm on a hunt, son. My dad used to shoot up, I'm a son of a gun. But shit, I'm a piehead, so I ain't dissing my pop. Cause I fill my lungs with more smoke than Biggie and Pac. I heard your album and I skipped it like pitching a rock or like playing Uno. Shit, I'm numero uno. I'm standing on that shit cause I'm better than whoever you know. He cool, but he cut out the system like planet Pluto. Soon as I get the Pittman, damn, where did his crew go? If this was baseball, I'm hitting whatever you throw. All them soft as Play-Doh, this coke pop like Fago. Big fish, no mako. If you the god of rap, I'm Kratos. I'm higher than the layover. I'm here to fix shit, make over like Nas and Jehovah. Either way, this shit to take over. This Dizzy Posturepedic, I'm the wrong one to sleep on. All my kicks fly, bitch, I guess my Jet Li on. He dissed me the whole album, but I ain't even respawn. We not resorting to violence, then catch me at my beach home. Talking shit, I found your crib, so must to lose your wife and kids. My niggas won't surround that bitch, you step outside. I'm killing shit so murderous way that nobody's serving him. I'm certain you all heard of him. Big Dizzy bitch, spin the block, let it ride. My new bitch, she killing them cause she look like cut the story through the door, it's hot as gone. Run the bag or lose your head, I'm seeing red. I ain't wanna start beefing soon as I get in the game, but let any one of you so-called rappers mention my name. I'm in the insane, they rant and rage to this very day. It's seeing me disturbing your peace and low fame. It's ludicrous, my 2 chains swing and hang. I'm like Bomberman, on any beat is bombs away. Here comes Mojo Jojo, who gon' say today I'm in a different world? Yeah, the Wayne, you gon' stay a lame, so stay in your lane. Hit play and I'm making your grave, is making my day like getting paid. I'm always home, that makes you awake. White jersey show blood stains, organs and brains. But the prize like a blind bag. Never been rich, I think I'll try that. Bitch, it gets sticky like a fly trap. So call me best inside, man. You fried, I'm a fry pan. All I need is a brick and I can show you what a Minecraft. Cup clocking, my track running the time. Last time that my bitch from the Apple like she an iPad. I'm bad, my life like a movie. This shit at IMAX. When I rap, somebody dying, it feel like I'm deaf. I'm like talking shit, I found your crib, so must to lose your wife and kids. My niggas won't surround that bitch, you step outside. I'm killing shit so murderous way that nobody's serving him. I'm certain you all heard of him. Big Dizzy bitch, spin the block, let it ride. My new bitch, she killing them cause she look like cut the story through the door, it's hot as gone. Run the bag or lose your head, I'm seeing red.
Everybody's all about this fusion time.
And also, first off, I rock with this, right? He has a few new records that he has been, this and like Baba on Blast and And you know, like I feel like you've been on a certain tip. You go through different levels of, or different, I don't know which way if we can go with it or whatnot, but you go through different versions of yourself every once in a while, right? Because as we go throughout and chronicle things, there was the first phase, which was, you know, the LOD records, very specific style of beats that you, I believe, produced, and a sound that I think was always uniquely yours. You went from that into the DJ, what's his name? DJ Graves, I believe, production, right? Which was more 3 6 Mafia influence and inspired. And then from that back into something that like certain type of samples that you would use. There's the sonic one, the dun, 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 dun. I mean, like the type of samples that you utilize within those beats, and then something like this, right? Using the Tales from the Crypt. It's very nostalgic, it's dope, it leaves, you know, something different, and you do have that bar for bar centric style. But when I think it depends on the song, right? And the reason why I had mentioned Be Ill, Dirty Beat, and Charlie Knight is very specifically the type of beats that those three will tend to hop on. And you know, they're very 90s boom bap centric still when it comes to certain samples, and it's not always a slower kind of situation. So that's what sets you a little bit apart, is that we'll still hear the bars, but they're delivered often in a little bit of a slower way, unless you make something a little bit more akin to like Madison's song, right? And that Madison song, still to this day, as I've said, it's rare. It is rare. There are only two artists that have ever wanted to get me on records. Have I been like, I need to take as much time as I need to really figure out where I can go. I don't want to rush myself. And then what they've done is almost so perfect that like you especially for concept records, to that it's almost no reference, you know, left for you to do, or again having to figure out that other side of how I can approach it that is a little bit different from yours or whatnot, right? And again, he went in there, and what the record I'm referring to from him, again, he has a record called Madison Song, where essentially each line refers to like different Adam Sandler movies or whatnot, right? So you can, like, he went through basically almost everything, and you know, great lines throughout. It was what I felt like at the time, you know, one of his best songs. It put him on a different level, just overall artist wise, that I definitely am just excited to see the build from that. And I do still plan to hop on that. Losta has had a few that he has hopped on and tried to get me on, and like, if you know Losta, how fast he can get down is often very intimidating, because either you get on that level or I have to do something completely different, right? I have to be the sort of like, you know, standard version of me that I am. But like, he just kills it in such a, he is God tier level of like, let me flow and still have the bars within this fast rap type shit that it's uncanny. And to try to even remotely get on that level, right? For me, it definitely is going to take some time for you to stump me on Madison's song. Again, I'm going to get there, and I will make sure that the time waited was worthy. But my gosh, this one I would love to see. What? Ain't no way. Bruh. Ain't no way. Like, you see? So listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I do love Adam Sandler movies like that. So I suppose it'll depend on the person specifically, but that's one of my favorite songs or whatnot. So next time you see him, let him know that. That's one of my favorite songs from you.
Beats, yeah, I'm like pain from a lethal weapon, a lethal injection. I leave and leave you severed. It be whatever it be. It can be vendetta like Vita, Vegeta. Leave and leave you headless. 4 horsemen, apocalypse. I'll be untamed. I'm a whole wrecking ball. I be breaking through the chains. Hold a grudge. I'm the grudge when I come through your screen. I'm the light. I'm the dark projector in a screen. Don't none of y'all niggas ever rap like this. I bring the art of hip hop back. Strike a match. I'm lit. I'm literally lit. Weed in a Henny, a trip when it's mixed. Leave them dead like a coffin and shit. Nigga, cut it out. Like chef in the cars. Play to win. I'm a wizard. I'm the Wizard of Oz. I'm beating my dick harder than I'm beating the odds. What the fuck? I know I'm kinda odd. I gotta be nasty. I love when they trashy. I'm slapping a bitch all on her ass cheek. Don't act like you don't see a nigga while you looking past me. Fuck your couch, bitch. I'm not casting. Bet I win like DraftKings. This that. Syllable surgery. This that syllable surgery. This that syllable surgery. Yeah. This that syllable surgery. Yeah. Syllable surgery. Syllable surgery. Syllable surgery. Hip hop syllable surgery. This that hip hop that'll make your head bob. Yeah. Move and weave like I was boxing. I might just grow some dreads and let them block in. I get the pop locking. Might hit the alarm. My mechanism's an intricate instrument of art.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna lay a fart, and at other times I don't even know what I'm doing, but I kinda want to hit the freaking whole song back at the start, and I restarted. People be like, Doki, why you always retarded? You also know that I don't even know what to do, but I don't need garbage. Although y'all figuring that we solve it, and then we solve shit. And listen, you got on there. He said, hey, don't forget about me. Don't forget about me. That's what I heard. Straight bars all the way through. Straight energy. Didn't feel like it was finished, obviously, but you killed that. Great mix overall on the vocals that we did here. Obviously, you did say it was a snippet, so I am hoping that there's a full song of this and or an open verse kind of situation or whatnot, because that definitely makes me want to get in there and write to it or whatnot. And what are the options for paying to skip? So Cash App, PayPal, Chime, and Super Chat. You can also go on the TikTok side and use a Galaxy if you are trying to skip the line for a record. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. It is of course up to you. But yeah, that. What more do we need to freaking say, man? He got in there, killed it with the right energy. We can tell that you felt the beat. If I produced that beat, I would be very satisfied with at least what I'm hearing right now, right? And I often call that a producer's best friend. Basically, if any of us produce a beat and it goes out there into the wild, like, we really do want it to go to the best of the best, because that's the best chance of us as the producer getting heard, as well as you as an artist, right? So the more that you feel it and do your job, the better that we almost feel like we should have paid you to hop on the beat, right? What a turn of events, you know, that would become. Honestly, there's part of me that wants to kind of start that trend of just like, let me just pay artists to be on the beat, you know. They're so dope. Or again, maybe you take that challenge, maybe you do it as a challenge, right? You do it as a challenge, and the prize for the best artist is the fact that, you know, they win some money in the process, which does kind of enact as the featuring on the beat kind of freaking thing. But that's how dope you guys have to be. You want us to like to be like, yo, I made that, and like to co-promote the record with you, even if you've just simply randomly hopped on our beat or some shit, right? You know, we should be honored that that you're on there. So I did feel like you got on there, you switched it up, and you did your thing. You did your thing for sure, and a very true, great idea. And yeah, I mean, like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Again, and there's some producers out there would probably be like, "Hey man, shut up, man. We still trying to get money ourselves." Listen, I understand, right? I don't obviously want it to become a thing to where like now producers aren't getting paid, and then producers have to pay artists to really hop on the beat. But what I'm saying is, as an artist, you do have the capability to kind of make that happen. You know, there has to be that appreciation for the craft, for just the culture, the ability to hop on and kind of just make sure you're giving the best performance ever. We never want to feel like you're just doing whatever and freestyling kind of randomly. Like, I often feel like freestyle specifically don't ever make the best record because you're not giving yourself enough time to truly think about each and every bar and the cadence and all of that. It'll be just like, you know, it's whatever you feel at the moment, and it may feel a little bit more you know, random. But when you can sit down and write, again, your song writing ability, you know, that's what gives us the longevity of you know, what can I hear from this artist over time, and almost requesting you to hop on, you know, certain beats and things like that, man. So not bad. Let us know when you actually get done with that. I mean, even as an artist too, though, I think, let's say that's just all you had so far, and you were thinking, should I continue the verse, or should I do a feature, or like get a feature on there? Like doing it as a challenge and like letting each artist kind of, you know, do their thing, and then being able to choose from that, letting a community build behind the record itself. Because overall, if you're doing it right, you have a certain section, maybe it's the chorus, maybe it's a little bit of the verse into the chorus, whatever the case, we're still seeing you, right? And so any one of us who decides to duet with that content, you know what happens, right? Our audience will literally not only see us rapping to your record, but you exist in it. So they're gonna see you, and if they're also an artist, it just triples down. Like they want to do the same thing, and then everyone gets you a play because it's going back to your you know, original post. We got to go back and link up. If it's a situation where, you know, you're really looking for even your audience to chime in on who's the best, all you got to do after that is just do a reaction to those that have, you know, tapped into your record, and then that may create an even bigger community because now they know that you're paying attention and it's not just something that you put out there and left. Let me see. Rena, I think, was trying to send another 2 nice or whatnot. We got a 2 song back to back from her coming up right now. We'll go ahead and tap that in, and
I just need you to, can you please just go? We all need pizza, so I make weird music. I got beats, so if you need them, PayPal me. You see me on the playground, just, yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in cause I stay clowning. You wanna stay down then?
all right, so we got Rena, and is it Kawamoto? Is it Rina Kawamoto? Am I saying your name correctly? I do not want to butcher it in any way. Rhythm of the night. She's bringing us right back into. Oops. Hold on. An anime, the scene where like the two characters go like on a date, just having fun. It makes you want to learn. Let's talk about it. I tell you this, right? So what I always say is like, look, we accept all genres, regardless of if we are able to speak the language or not, right? Because music is universal. There's something about, you know, the melodies, the cadence, and performance of what an artist can really put down on a record, the production, all that will still be able to pull people towards it aesthetically, right? Like, and as long as we can hear and see a vision, hear the emotion, right? Really hear an artist really taking it seriously, we're still in for a great ride. Now, yes, there can be, if you feel like making a version that has like the captions that kind of translates it, or if you feel like making a version that does translate it to other languages, like I think every culture will be appreciative of that. Like if it was completely in English and then you went to you know, Mexico and then you had a full Spanish version, like again, everyone's going to appreciate being able to fully understand it in their language. But for a lot of us who have always kind of been anime fans, like we're used to, if we haven't learned the language yet, still just knowing what we would hear in certain cases and whatnot. So I'm listening to that and I'm like, there are definitely a lot of different animes that would have had a scene, you know what I'm saying? Just the two characters, you know what I'm saying, going around having fun. It could have been a theme song for something, whether it's the beginning or even the sort of ending credits kind of song that happens, or again if it's during the actual show, same thing, just seeing the characters have fun, go on a date, just run throughout a park or something. You can also give us a more descriptive kind of nature to the song and what it means to you and things like that. But I do appreciate everything that we were able to hear within that. I have no criticisms in terms of things that I would personally change, right? Because it feels like something that I would hear in the genre. It's very natural within that. And I am wondering how your audience out there how they take to it, right? Because it feels like something that would be big over there, and if not a cover itself, it very much feels like something that another artist would hear and want to cover and do a version of and stuff like that as well. So I would have lyrics posted on Spotify. That's what's up. This is something that was aesthetically good though. Thank you for that. We do have another one from her, so hold on. Both of these are MP3s, and I do appreciate that because I can add them to my playlist. You will probably head up that dorky anime centric playlist for sure with that one. Now this one's called Neon Love. That's not good. MP3 is fine.
Don't let go, oh no. Midnight groove, we're
see you live, man.
Stay tonight, don't let go, don't let go. Oh no, midnight groove forevermore. Kimi to doritaina. Stay tonight, stay with me. Ah yeah, neon love, we're shining free. Hikaru machi de kiss shite. Stay tonight, don't let go. Oh no, midnight groove forevermore. Kimi to oritaina. Stay tonight, stay with me.
Stay tonight. A hit record from Rina Kawamoto.
Kiss me in this glowing city. Stay tonight, don't let go. Oh no, midnight groove forevermore. I just wanted you with you.
I'm just so surprised how easily you're able to get into this. It's crazy, bro. It's 100%. She makes me want to make a new 80s movie to just throw that song in, right? You know, so we talked about the last one being more anime centric, and in this one I literally thought about, you know, any kind of you know, romance flick or something like that, where again, main characters, they go on a little bit of a shopping spree, or it's that date montage where the two characters that liked each other are just, you know, experiencing themselves while that song is playing during it. The crazy thing was hearing you go from Japanese to English or whatnot. It literally like tripped me out at first, because I was like, wait, can I understand Japanese all of a sudden? But like, it was a nice sort of back and forth that does something, I think, a little bit different, right? It's a different kind of flavor. I don't think I hear a lot of people doing that. And so going in and out in certain sections, I think, is a great way to give people like both sides of that coin. Imagine you have an audience that is watching you perform live, and you have fans from all over the world, but within your song, literally, when the different sections come on, you know, it feels like you're taking care of them, right? And they feel a little bit more excited because, you know, they're from where you're from, and you know, that you get to show that you're embracing all of your fans at once. I looked at myself that way only in terms of the fact that I was always a gamer, right? And then I was always a hip hop head as well. So when I made certain records for some of my albums, going in there and making like, my goal at least was to make something that both hip hop heads who, again, love the culture, the bars, you know, the creativity, but then also gamers who were very much in love with certain video games and things like that. So going in and sampling those was always one of my ways in, or sampling a movie that people know and then making a song about it and you know, really just trying to make it good. Now you just straight up make, you know, great music. From what I can hear, the production is on point. And if someone did want to make a new movie that takes place in the 80s, and you know, I feel like it would be very different too, right? Because a new movie set in the 80s, but from the point of view of someone Japanese that maybe moves to New York or wherever it might be, New York or LA, maybe they go there for a trip, they find someone that they fall in love with, or just, you know, are feeling in that moment, and then that date scene sort of having this song to, like, it just fits. It fits right in there. He's I'm Japanese American, and wow, and Texas, not bad. Interesting. You said my husband makes me music beats as a hobby, and I'm blessed to have resources to make music. So is he the one who does produce these records? Because, like, my gosh, the combination, you know, the combination is pretty amazing, and it's amazing. It's dope that you can have that connection together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do hope that it does garner a large fan base, so it's something that he doesn't, like, again, if it's his production, that he doesn't just do as a hobby, that he'll know that there's an appreciation for it. And I do appreciate that we can really hear it. I'm hoping that again there's a future where we get some videos, like you said. I may make some visuals too, or may make a short video or something like that. But I'm saying go full-fledged. I don't know if, like, you should make it like 80s themed, if you should get into the aesthetic, or to just make something that, like, whatever the case, I do see a future where people do appreciate it. Now that I'm realizing it, because you just said, like, you're still waiting on some of the stuff to be uploaded to all platforms. So, you know, this is your way into basically taking everything serious. And all I want you to know is that you're not wasting your time. That's it, right? Keep doing it. Don't give up. Don't let any, like, this industry is sometimes a little cutthroat. Things may not always happen overnight, but just to show people your consistency as an artist, make sure that when you're making songs as well, like, record yourself as much as possible in terms of, like, visuals. Just like show people you in the studio or working on the record to try to make it what we hear, you know, essentially right now. Like, those moments are very much inspiration for somebody else. Not only does it give people a great eye into your true talent and you know, collaborations, different things like that, but it allows people to really see and grasp just, like, what a real artist should be. We got into a whole conversation about the whole, you know, AI thing, and as I said, when it comes to the AI artists, we're not able to get that. We're not able to get the real live performance. Even if someone tries to create a persona like Timberland is doing right now, where, like, that artist isn't really real, we feel this certain way about it because we can't connect to the words in that same way. We can't connect to the performance or lack of that. Where would the live performance even come at all? When people love it, you will get those calls to certain situations where they will want to put your records in a soundtrack, maybe have you perform at the Grammys. And, you know, I can't wait to see what else you drop on us. Also, I appreciate you for that being 4 minutes and 48 seconds. Let me go ahead and clap for that real quick. That's very true. Like, it's a very traditional kind of record and time and everything, right? And I appreciate you not just making something short, because we are in a generation where some artists believe that that's what they should do. Like, they should give the listeners less song so they'll just want to play that song again. But is it really a song if it's one verse and a chorus and then that's it, and it goes out? It's like only half of the story of what we could truly get from an artist. But when you do this, we can hear so many things. We can hear different melodies, different cadences, different octaves of your ability to get in there, and with your natural voice, it just, you know, all comes together. Lyric video, live action, whatever you decide to do, we'll be looking forward to it. Now, once again, for those just now tapping in, essentially, she had sent another record a little bit earlier, not the first one that we had.
Our hearts in place.
Dance with me.
A spark that feels so new. I see your smile that pulls me near.
Right? Again, she is really able to get into that 80s aesthetic very naturally. It's consistent with what we've heard between, you know, each of these records. And, you know, any help that you need from us, you know, just let us know in terms of trying to see about getting things out there even more or whatnot. But yeah, I'm wondering, like, again, how they resonate right there in Japan, and how they take that. You know what I'm saying? He said most likely we'll do a video before performing. That's what's up. Yeah, all the warm-ups, you know, you definitely, when you have the live footage as well, like, my gosh, it's content. All right, people seeing you perform on stage, always look at every performance that you do as a way to sell tickets to any future performance, because again, that's what we do. We like a record and then we go, oh, let's see if we can know more about the artist. Do they have interviews? Do they have live performances? And when we see those live performances, that gets us more excited to potentially want to go see you live, figure out where you might be performing at. And then again, you get the people at your sets, at your concerts, whatever you're throwing, actually singing the words in the crowd and all that. So once again, let's go ahead and hop back in to the Cusp Underground Radio. Let me see what you got. You sent in a Spotify, so we will throw that back in. We still have our Spotify up, so we still should be good. Tales from the Crates. This one's called Phobic. I think this is a beat from you. Let us see. They wouldn't even let us be. Like, I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do, but you know what? There's a lot of freaking people who are ugly, who you probably don't want to look at, and sometimes freaking the artists don't, but they look whack. I don't even know what to freaking do, but a lot of times I can take off my freaking hair, but I cook hats with what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Freaking, if you don't like what I say, you be walking about. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but everyone screams and they shout. People be like, I don't even think that he's really a clown. But you telling it when you selling it, freaking don't even know what you doing. Like when you celibate, freaking you don't know what like is happening. I ain't relevant, I don't know what the hell I'ma do, but I'm about to tell you this. It's kind of dope, man. It's hip hop. There's a lot of times you want to look up at my wristwatch and it's not something that I would. Ah, come on, man. I was recognizing what you sampled like as we went on. Very subtle. I mean, that sample was always a little bit more ominous as is. Not bad, but I will say short. I mean, just overall time wise, and again, if you're gonna get an artist on there, I feel like there's definitely more. There's more places for that piece of production to build. Again, whether you're doing things with the drums or you're adding melodies within certain other aspects, like figuring that out is often a part of the journey. Don't forget about changing the tone, like the octave, but the octave, slightly the tempo, not of the drums, but of the actual like sample it. So I do know that all of the tales from the crate stuff that you do is, you know, often for that Halloween feel. So the overall consensus with this is, can we play it on Halloween? Can we, you know, as we just passing out candy and hanging out on the porch or the backyard, like whatever it might be, you know, can it be something that you still put out there while everyone's trick-or-treating? I say yes, but it definitely felt like there's still more that could happen, right? And big salute, of course, for you on that. Let me jump back in the line again. But yeah, I appreciate that. We got Alex Wake coming up next with Komodo, man. Let's see what you have. A lot of biggie people want to jump in.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Yo. Hey. Kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kokoro ga inai. Will I lose my mind? Kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kokoro ga. Will I wanna lose my mind? Kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kokoro ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kokoro ga inai.
Can you understand that, Rena?
My mind, kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai. Kimochi ga nai, kokoro ga inai, kokoro ga inai, kokoro ga inai, kokoro ga inai. But when I lose my mind, wasn't thinking anyway, I'll be fine. Ain't no valley, ain't no mountain I can't climb. I've been trying to make some use of my time. Quiero, all I need is my peace of mind. Watashi no maskata, my spirit go bum, bum. Where they are, they from? Left from Yokohama, you mean I'm a psycho. Yeah, those girls from Kansai can be so psycho. Kokoro ga inai, kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai. Keep with the rhythm of the night, thoughts that arise, ghost of the way, better hide from the tide, or you're running out of time. Kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kimochi ga nai, kokoro ga inai, kokoro ga inai.
That's catchy. I literally just got out of talking about how some people do short records, and here we are once again, right? Short beat and then short overall song with the next one, right? Felt like something that could definitely still build to a little bit more, right? It's catchy. It's within that same, you know, potential Japanese realm and some of the, you know, English. So we might have a double whammy right there, but in something a little bit different. you know, again, I just want to see more of the record actually come to life, right? Think about the radio. Think about you guys getting played next to the artists that you love, and basically just how things would feel if it goes from your song right to a commercial, right? The amount of song that you guys give us when you do something like this is the equivalent to, give or take, like, I guess a theme song of a TV show. But you know, I think everybody still is gonna want the full version of anything that they hear. And you know, you can call it whatever you want, like an extended version. You just want people to fill it in the proper way or whatnot, right? But yeah, I think there's some wiggle room and things that you can work within that. There's a lot of energy in there, so not bad with that. Let me see what we got. Disgrace sent new wave type beat.
Grace.
I'm in a new wave. All of the people don't know what to do, but they know what like you say. All of the people don't know what the hell they're gonna do, but like you say. I'ma figure out ways to get you paid. You know what? I'm listening, speaking this song today, and people don't know what the hell I'm about to say, homie. But you wait for 2 days to get the song played, but there's a lot of time where I'ma hit you up for a beat that I freaking heard. I'ma rip up. People like, there's lots of like times where like you slip up when you say shit. I have like video games I play when I'm just sitting here acting like I ain't got a PlayStation, but I got a Nintendo Switch. There's a lot of time where like you want to make sure that there's lots of places that you can go in, and you open doors, and people also are like, this is like listening to a freaking open sore with some salt in it. Y'all like, I don't even know what's happened, but often when I also flow on this shit, man, I'm awesome. And I try to get on the track, and hopefully I'll be dope when I'm thinking this shit ain't whack, and I'm thinking there's ways that you can look back. And I don't know what is happening, but I am the guy that says that people don't know if they want to like sit in the crowd and just like chill there or put their hands up. And like, make sure you're the crowd, and sometimes it's really too loud. Need to go turn shit down. I need to be so profound with this shit that I say, cause I don't wanna have any lines that I would just throw away. People know that I wanna tell y'all that I don't know if like y'all wanna sit in there and like skip the freaking line or just wait, but y'all could. Damn it, man. I like that. Well, no, keep clapping. It's okay. I don't think anybody wants to hear what I gotta say about short records anymore and whatnot, but you know, same shit. 2 minutes. There is, to a certain extent, a lot going on in that production, but like, you know, it does hit hard when you get the right artist to spit in the right way within there, right? One thing that I will remind producers of, though, right? You guys are the first line of defense that can inspire the artist to make more. If you provide less, some are just gonna rap to only what you have there. Me, on the other hand, I am a producer myself. So if I did hop on another producer's beat, if I ever want to, all I have to do is either loop what you have at the right point and make it feel natural, or just make more beat on top of it. Or basically extend it, you know, with extra production. And you know, I would prefer, in most cases, you as the producer be the one to inspire those extra ideas and bring it more out of yourself. And sometimes you guys providing that short beat, it makes the artist feel like they don't have enough time to even kind of think of a chorus, or even if, again, what if they wanted a feature or to make something a cipher if they liked it enough. You gotta provide them with that at the very least, so they have options, of course, to go in there and to do their thing. We're probably gonna head out right now, and then we will come back tomorrow. So if you guys do, you know, make some songs over the weekend, come send through. Make sure you guys follow us on all platforms, so you know exactly when we go live and you get that notification. Put on all notifications for, you know, everything that you get on, and we shall. Proceed. I want to thank everybody for tapping in tonight. Sending out records, and I will see y'all next stream. Bam. What up, JB?
My name's Nonsense and I rap a little. I make beats while I'm chewing on a bag of Skittles. I used to say LMNO, LMLOP while I pee on a yellow pillow. Don't sleep on me, it was 1993. I was sitting in a tree house watching Willow. I was awesome but slow. I'm on my lawnmower, man shit. Playing VR games till I turn into a damn sip. I don't wanna dance, click my heels, go to Kansas. Used to wanna get a record deal, but I can't just give up on my music to some people that I can't trust. I be in my feelings like I'm making out with mantis. All throughout my life, I've been given many chances. Doing this so long, I don't think I ever can quit. Homie, I'm a gamer, I'll be playing till my hand slips. Couldn't do the mannequin challenge cause I can't sit still. Back on my dork shit, this one's for the orphans. Staying up late, should've been sleep before 10. 6 in the morning, you can't just ignore them. Kids having kids with abortions. Drink all your juice and replace it with more gin. You'll fall asleep while they're taking your organs. You think you're cool, but this dorky has more friends. Wait up, hold on, let me stop the recording. Listen, I'm spitting this with my nose leaking, but I don't care, you need to know that I'm so geeky. I got fans who play everything for show weekly. The game don't need me, you're so needy. Listen, I'm spitting this with my nose licking, but I don't care, you need to know that I'm so geeky. I know you're down with the dork squad and no PP. Shout out to ODB, I ODB. Jungle fever, you don't wanna roll with me, I'm under season. I don't wanna rap and flow without no reason. I was just a kid in school that they were teasing, cause I couldn't read or write, I'm always leaving. Homie, no one back and bro, it's hunting season. You don't wanna fuck with me, my eye is bleeding. I be in the jungle, baby, climbing trees and KO told me, homie, only call me when you gotta be where we can let loose. He also told me, try not to spit about a zombie trying to eat a dead moose. I try to do it, but I'm always stupid and forget which freaking way my head screws. I can't sleep cause I'm hearing noises and think something underneath my bed move. Yeah, I make this beat, you gotta hate it. Make you make a face like you are constipated. Man, I really just don't like Soulja Boy's music, homie. I am not a hater. Well, that and he sells emulators, they illegal, homie. You are not a gamer. I hope you jump off of a building while I'm standing next to it like, homie, catch it later. I'm like a baby with a detonator about to blast off. I don't give a freaking crap if you think I'm old school like a flat top. I rap my freaking ass off. Show of hands if you think I'm that soft. You can find a Kelly with Karate Kids in Miami probably getting waxed off. I don't know. It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so